Love 15. Fifteen. Thirty, 15. Let's for serve.
That's a brilliant passing shot off the backhand of Dodin.
40-15.
Taking advantage of the short ball here. It was inside the service line.
Game Dodin.
And a solid start from Dodin.
First game.
Well, Liz, even though they haven't met before, they will have done some homework on each other's games.
And they would have probably spent quite a few hours practicing. Their coaches that all know each other, and so there wouldn't be too many surprises. It's just whoever can execute the game plan on the day.
Well, right now, the win predictor is telling us that Burel should claim this encounter at 65%. Obviously, an awful lot of that has to do with the win over Pegula, a top 10 player. But I wonder if that will fluctuate throughout the course. So currently 65 in favour of Burel.
Clara Burel to serve.
Gee, that is a very slow, short second serve from Burel. Let's just see if the opponent can jump all over that as this match goes along. Just 105 kilometers an hour.
That's some great play there from Dodin. Once again, taking advantage of the short ball of Burel.
15 on.
And to put that into perspective on short, you know, how weak that serve is. Coco Gauff, who is the 4th seed in this championship, her speed is recorded at 198 kilometers an hour. That's the fastest serve so far in this championship. She at 105. Big difference.
Dodin
went out of her way to hit a backhand off that return. She was almost in the alley when she made contact, so clearly that's her favoured shot.
$40-15. Game Burel. 1 game on.
So we're on serve in this opening set, and Liz, two players with two different styles of play.
Yes, it's clear that Dodin is the more aggressive. She's got the better serve, so she's going to be looking to move forward, take advantage of the short ball.
Love. Love. 40 love.
Well, certainly Dodin, the more powerful player out of the two. She's going to try and put pressure on early.
Burel did a better job with that return, didn't she? Just put a little bit more pace on the return. That's what drew the error.
Oh.
Well, stepping in early to take that ball, but once again, just flies long off the racket of Dodin.
We're going to have to keep an eye on the unforced errors from Dodin, aren't we? She's trying to be aggressive, but she can't afford to make too many unforced errors.
Game Dodin.
But she holds, and we're on serve in this opening set.
Dodin
Dodin
leads
leads
by 2
2-1.
games to 1.
Well, Liz, it's a busy weekend here at the Australian Open. Every time I walk through the gates, I still can't believe how many people are joining me. I caught the tram this morning, had to wait 3 trams before I could actually get on. It was so busy. This is a wonderful event, and what a great time to hold it. During the school holidays, it's the beginning of the year.
There is Oceane Dodin's coach, and at the end of that game, he was motioning with his left hand as if to throw the toss up a little bit higher. But you're right, Kate. I mean, this is an event that just keeps getting bigger and better. Every year, the facilities and are improved just dramatically, not just for the players, but for us, for the spectators. And of course, it's in our summer holidays, and it's the only place to be in Melbourne or in Australia.
Dodin's coach is Thomas Boivin, who joins her this week. And then Victor Preslin is also here, and that's the coach of Clara Burel, so we'll have a look for him too.
A little bit unfortunate there for Burel, because the approach shot hit the tape, and as soon as it did that, it just sat up nicely for her opponent. Had plenty of time to make the pass. Shot right here.
Oh, great hands from Burel.
And an apology. Not that players mean that.
Sorry, it was so good.
Yeah, good touch though. I mean, she's not super comfortable at the net, is she? But does a good job here. There's the slice, and just is close enough that once she stuck the racket out, the ball just went over.
Well, it was a weak serve.
Yes, the problem is though, you know, if you hit a backhand off that and don't hit a winner off it,
Yeah.
you've got 3/4 of the court that you have to cover. Actually, not even 3/4, the whole court you have to cover to try and get to that ball.
Oh.
30 all.
Oh.
That was a terrific return from
30,
Dodin.
40.
Burel able to get a racket on it. You can see the pace coming off Dodin's racket, and that affords her her first breakpoint opportunity.
Oh.
Well, Burel's going to have to be crafty and cunning. She was on that occasion. Dodin didn't even bother.
It's an unusual response, I have to say.
Oh.
Not enough on that drop shot.
Advantage, Dodin.
Dodin all over it. So breakpoint number 2.
Deuce. Let's for some.
Oh.
Yeah, you're going to see that from
Advantage,
Dodin
Dodin.
as this match goes along. And that second serve, she's just going to stand on the baseline or inside the baseline, and that first hit is going to set the point up.
Deuce.
Well, juice for the third time.
Let first serve. Advantage Dodin.
Well, Liz, we've seen 8 unforced errors from Dodin so far in this match. She's had plenty of opportunities.
That's a better first serve.
Deuce.
Took the pressure off a little bit, didn't it?
Yeah, and it was a very good forehand. Have a look at this. Putting it neatly in the right-hand corner. Dodin unable to get a racket to it. So we're back at juice for the 4th time.
Let first serve.
Well, it's not for the first time she's employed that drop shot,
Advantage.
but it is the second time that we've seen Oceane Dodin go, yeah, maybe later.
I mean, surely you've got to start looking for that shot if you're Dodin.
Surely you want to just try it. Try and run it down.
Let first serve. Let first serve.
Oh.
Game Burel.
She holds. Burel was tested, so we are on serve in the first
2
set.
games all.
But we're starting to see a pattern of play here, aren't we? That if Burel can continue to be crafty, she's got to do something different, because certainly the serve is not her weapon.
Oh.
Oh, good anticipation. Knew what to cover when she was at the net.
Love 15.
Clara Burel. There's the slice. Didn't quite get the first one away. Covered the line well.
Oh.
That's a cracking backhand from Dodin.
That's what this match is going to come down to. Can she make the big shots without making the error, Dodin? Because clearly she's got the more forceful game. She's got the better serve, got more pace off the ground.
Let's first serve.
Oh.
was brilliant from Dodin.
30-15.
It was the backhand that set the point up, the backhand up the line right there. It drew the short reply. And that forehand whipped away for the winner.
Well, Burel is facing real
14-15.
power from the other side of the net, trying to absorb the pace.
Game, Dodin.
And that's a very good serve at 180 kilometers an hour, so we are
Dodin leads by
on
3
serve.
games to 2.
And Dodin leads 3-2. Well, Liz, there will be a French player through to the 4th round. It's just a question of who's it going to be. The win predictor suggests it's Burel at 65%, but she isn't impressive. She's a powerful player, 6 foot tall, she's athletic. Dodin.
Look, I think the match rests in her hands, doesn't it? If Dodin can play controlled, aggressive tennis without making unforced errors, then I think she's going to win. But, you know, at this point in the match, the unforced errors are outweighing the winners. And I'm sure it's the case whenever she plays, because she's got that style of game.
Yep, she has 9 unforced errors and
Time.
7 winners. And what players are always looking for, and it sounds obvious, you want more winners than you do unforced errors. So that controlled aggression is going to be key.
And particularly when you're playing against someone like Clara Burel. And look, she's going to, for the most part, she's going to be retrieving. Every now and then we've seen what you said, Kate. We've seen a hard ground stroke, haven't we? But for the most part, she's spent a lot of time in this match so far retrieving.
Failed in love.
Oh.
Injecting a little bit of slice off the forehand from both players. Is that the style in France? They like to...
No, I think both the girls hit a slice then. I mean, Dodin hit the slice because she wasn't fast enough to get up to the ball, and it was a last-minute lunge. But there was no slice about that one. And it is a good shot.
15-13.
If it's played aggressively, the ball stays low, it skids through. It's a good shot to approach off as well. So it's a good shot to have in your arsenal.
An easy put away from Dodin, and that brings her 2 breakpoint opportunities.
14.
She's certainly dictating the point, playing the rally on her own terms. You can see Burel is often in a defensive position.
Game, Dodin.
Well, tried to be a little bit too cute that time with the drop shot, and that's the first break
Dodin
in
leads
this
by
first
4
set.
games to 2.
So advantage Dodin, she leads 4-2.
15 love.
I would have thought Oceane Dodin's coach would have looked a little bit happier than that courtside.
He's looking intently on. It's that French look. Quite sultry, I think.
On.
It's a nice point. Good second serve. Had a little bit of spin. Just opened up the court a little bit. Could have gone down the line on the next one. Didn't, though. Chose to go back cross court.
Well, that's a great serve. And it continues her 100% record. She's won 100% of first serve points in. But Burel on that occasion finds the gap down the line with a backhand.
Given the opportunity to make the pass by that forehand volley of Dodin.
Dodin. New ball, please.
Well, Dodin is in a strong position in this opening set. And Burel will be serving to keep the set alive. Dodin leading 5-2. Well, Liz, this has been an interesting week so far at the Australian Open. We have had some epic matches on court, and there was the longest ever tiebreaker in the third set with Aryna Sabalenka, and it went to 22-20. I mean, you can't believe it. That's the longest ever, and it was Anna Blinkova who got the better of Sabalenka.
Sabalenka, she was one of the favourites coming into here for sure. You know, she'd played well, and she won the title in Brisbane. Unfortunately, she had to withdraw out of Adelaide, but you know, a lot of people thought that she was a good shout to win the whole thing. I mean, she beat Sabalenka in that final, who of course is a defending champion here. And he's talked about how it's a little bit different this year for her. She's never had to defend a major before. Adds a little bit of pressure.
Net for serve.
There's certainly pressure on the shoulders of Burel. She's serving at 2-5 down. Break down. A must hold. That's great pace coming off. Dodin meeting the ball early.
Oh.
On. 30-15.
Well, that's the first wild shot we've seen in a couple of games from Dodin, isn't it? She's been quite controlled to get to this 5-2 lead in the first set.
And 40-15.
First ace of the match for Clara Burel. Game point.
Oh.
Yeah, off the back edge of the line, it skidded
14,
through.
13.
I think Burel thought that was going long. So automated line calling here. That's why you aren't seeing any linesmen or women on court. Oh, that's a blistering return. Fantastic. Fights her way back to deuce. 2 points away from a first set.
Advantage Burel.
Well, they're deep balls from Dodin.
It's all or nothing, isn't it?
Yeah.
With Dodin. It's either a screaming winner off the return or one with great depth or an unforced error. There's not much in between.
Advantage Dodin.
Now falling in the direction of Dodin, who has set point for the first time in this match.
Let's for serve. Game of first set.
And the set goes to Dodin.
6 games to 2.
So it's
15 love. Love.
Not much emotion really coming from either lady there. You know, Burel, missing a return of serve and just meekly walks to the other side. I find it rather odd.
Let's for serve.
This is a terrific opportunity for both these ladies to do as well as they've ever done in a major. And the energy coming from both of them, in my opinion, is flat.
40 love.
Yeah, it depends if she's going to run for the drop shot or not. Peut-être. I'll get the next one.
Doing a good job here, though, at 40 love.
Out. 40-15.
So there's the key in this set for Dodin, if she is going to put the foot down, is to maintain that controlled aggression.
I'm sure it's the key whenever she plays.
Yeah.
She has that type of a game. It's all or nothing.
Game Dodin.
So Dodin holds, and Burel has work to
Third
do.
game, second set.
She's got a match on her hands right now. And Dodin is very good at controlling the point and dictating the terms of the rally, isn't it? Burel is much more on the defensive.
And she's capable of winning a lot of matches, isn't she, Dodin? If you look at 2023, she got to 7 finals. She won 5 of them on the ITF circuit. She got to the quarters of Strasbourg, where it took Kerber to beat her.
And the win predictor has swung very much in favour now of Dodin, surprisingly so. 79%. Dodin will go on to win this and move to the 4th round for the first time ever in a major.
I guess the win predictor takes into account, you know, who you've beaten in the first round, and let's just remind ourselves that Burel beat Jess Pegula in straight sets, admittedly not at her best.
Now, this is a good point. Not enough on that volley and leaving a wide open gap for Burel.
Oh.
And 30-15.
Certainly not enough on that serve. Dodin just pouncing all over it.
Left first serve. All.
That's just about as well as Burel can serve a ball. 167 Ks. And again.
Well, she holds. And we're on serve in the 2nd set. It's a bit all or nothing from Burel. Certainly off the serve. Now with an awful lot more pace. Dodin to serve. Dictating the point once again.
15 long.
Well, there were 3 French women in the 3rd round of this championship, but Diane Parry went out in an epic match to the 16-year-old Mira Andreeva. So these 2 are the only 2 left.
Oh.
Okay, we have to see that again. The left-handed forehand from Dodin. Full stretch towards her left side and just changes hands, thank you very much. Gets her back into play.
Oh.
That's a cracking winner down the line from Burel.
30 all.
She has the ability to stay in the point, Burel. When you look, there's a lot more power coming from Oceane Dodin, who has been dictating the point, having the rally on her own terms. But Dodin, she's crafty.
Oh.
That's the first bit of emotion we've seen from Burel. A cry of exasperation. So far, as you say, Liz, it's been a bit nonplussed from both of them. Not that fired up, it would seem.
Game. Dodin.
Burel a little bit unhappy, and for good reason. She has lost the opening set. We're on serve in the second set, but Dodin leads 2-1. How's your French?
Not great, but that's the first bit of emotion we've seen from either player. After Dodin held serve, we got a clenched fist and a come on and a look toward the coach, something. Let's see if she can put the foot down here and really be aggressive off this serve that really doesn't have much power. You know, she needs to be inside the service line to return.
Well, Dodin has said she wants to crack back into the top 50. She has been as high as 46. She's currently 95th in the world. And a strong showing here will certainly help that.
It will. It's been a while, though. I mean, that top ranking was in 2017, wasn't it? So, you know, if she wants to get back there, she has to show us that she wants to.
But Dodin has one set in the bag. And we're on serve in the second.
Love 15.
Two good backhands then from Dodin. Moving Burel left and right.
Well, this second serve, it's just not going to get the job done, well, against anybody, as a matter of fact. And Dodin doing a good job. Just over 100 Ks an hour, that serve.
That was too good from Dodin.
Love 14.
Saw the open space. A ripper of a forehand. But it's off a weak serve.
And you get confident, don't you? You know, when your opponent, you know they can't generate pace off the serve, particularly the second serve, then you know, you stand inside the baseline and you have a good crack.
You can see Oceane Dodin standing just on the baseline. Will move in. And a perfect example of it right there. And it's a break. And this match is falling in the direction of Dodin has control. She's a break up in the second set and leads 3-1.
Oh.
Yeah, she put a little bit more on that, didn't she, Dodin? You had the rally ball and then the backhand just flattened out a little bit, created just a little bit more pace, and Burel just has not been able to handle that today. Too good. Beautiful backhand. Right in the corner.
And what she's been brilliant at doing in this second set is keeping the unforced errors under control. There's only been one of them, but there's been 7 winners.
That's the difference, isn't it? Even though the first set there was a lot of winners, the unforced errors were up there, but she's done a good job of cutting them out so far.
Trying to fight back.
13-15.
You feel this is going to be tough for Burel. Momentum is with Dodin. And a good point now.
Oh, that was a crafty shot from Dodin. Slice drop shot of the slice that came to her. Good side spin, so when it hits the court, it just went away a little bit, making it that much harder to cover for Burel.
Oh.
Just the one double fault from Dodin.
And you're fighting hard to fight your way back into a match, and you know you're trying everything you possibly can. And you know, when you win a point like that, Burel's got to let her opponent know that she's there, you know, and she's going to keep fighting hard. You've got to send that message.
Oh.
Yeah, there isn't a huge amount of emotion going on, that's for sure. Very much keeping their emotions in check. We're at juice.
Too good.
That was good. Are you wanting a bit more feisty French flair?
Yes, all of that. We're at the 3rd round of a major. And there's a lot on the line here. There's points, there's money, there's prestige, there's all those things that are associated with doing well at the first major of the year. And I want these girls to show me that it means something to them.
You know, I'm concerned I'm the kiss of death on the commentary box. I mentioned the unforced errors. There are only 1. There's now 4.
They come in succession, don't they?
They certainly do. Back at juice.
Oh.
This has been a topsy-turvy game, and Burel now finds herself with an opportunity to break back. Big mistake there from Dodin.
Oh.
Well, what a break for Burel. Unexpected, you might say, but she's clawing her way back into this match. And we're back on serve in the second set. First set, Dodin. That came from nowhere.
Well, Burel, I mean, she covered a bit of court there, didn't she? And then, you know, there was the drop shot. And then Dodin comes in here, and this is just, from this moment on, it's a very average point from her. So she doesn't do enough with that. And then she just gets completely off balance, whatever you want to call it. Just not in any way, shape or form did she have the chance to make that shot. And that is the first bit of emotion we've seen from Clara Burel.
I know you want to see
nice
more
to
of
see.
it. Yeah. Big moment for both players. But this is what she did well against Pegula. She was just cunning and crafty.
Time.
And she's got staying power, Burel. Can she stay in this second set? She's going to have to, otherwise she's going back to France sooner. But has the break. And now is serving.
Love 15. Left first serve. Well,
that was the fastest serve we've seen from Burel. 176 kilometers an hour. Came from nowhere.
She needs a few more of those.
Oh.
Dodin was there. Couldn't absorb the pace from Burel. That was a good point.
40-15.
She anticipated.
Again,
That's a very strong hold of serve. A couple of aces thrown in there from Burel.
3-4.
So, 2 breaks of serve in this set, and we are at 3-all. First set, Dodin. So all of a sudden, the momentum is shifted towards Burel.
Yeah, it's certainly tightened up, hasn't it, after a set in 3-1.
Oh.
A sizzling forehand. Right down the line from Dodin. That was a good exchange of shots from the baseline right there.
And she had to hit this ball from a little bit deeper in the court. Dodin, a lot of those have been mid-court from Burel, but not on that occasion, so generating good pace from where she was.
A 15-shot rally. Grabs the line. It's good enough.
30 love.
Oh.
Forty love.
Not able to cope with the high ball on that
14,
occasion.
15. Let for serve.
Too much on the approach. Just got a
40,
little
30.
bit anxious there. So 40 love becomes 40-30. There's a slice from Burel on the forehand. Ball just sits there nicely, just not enough topspin to bring it down into the court.
Oh, that was a good shot.
Dodin.
Game secured for Dodin. We're on serve in the second set. Burel trying to fight back, and she's serving at 3-4 second set. First set,
Rebellions
Dodin.
by 4 games to 3.
He's looking cool, calm and collected. That's Thomas Boyvan, the coach of Oceane Dodin, who has been coached by her dad, Frederick, who isn't here. She's a couple of games away, Dodin, from a place in the 4th round of this championship. Trying to get across the line against her fellow countrywoman, Burel. And they meet for the very first time down under. They have not played against each other before, which is quite
Time.
surprising, really.
She looks a bit anxious there, doesn't she, Dodin? Just that conversation with the coach. Let's just see how this game pans out. Bit of pressure for both ladies. That's good pace off the return.
Love 15.
Oh, that was fabulous to watch. Dynamic, athletic.
Love 13.
Well, she's much better when she hits the swinging volley, Dodin, as compared to a conventional volley, which she struggles a bit with. But with this one so close to the net, easy pickings. Couldn't have been by much. That's just about the best point, moving wise, that we've seen from Dodin. Moved from one side to the other quite well.
Oh,
yeah, clearly out, wasn't it? Just a millimetre in it. Big point, this one.
Even more pressure right now for Burel, facing 2 break points against her at a crucial stage of this match.
And then she comes out with an ace.
Her timing is perfect, but there's still one more to save. She could do with another. Bravery was rewarded. She gets the break and will be serving for the match and a place in the 4th round.
Dodin leads by 5 games to 3.
The return of serve was a little bit cautious from Dodin, but then, as you say, Kate, just to move forward, and once again, she's okay when she's above net height with that volley. She's hit a couple of, well, unconventional low volleys that she hasn't hit all that well, but not the case there, and she'll be serving for this match with new balls, so that will help.
A big opportunity now for Dodin. And that's a great start.
Oh, she guessed correctly and then overhit it. Dodin.
15 on.
She moves to her right here, and then, I don't know, maybe she surprised herself or just didn't have quite the amount of time.
That was a super angle off the backhand. Forcing Burel well out of position. Look at this. Running at full stretch. Not able to get that one back, so Dodin, 30-15.
Well, there was a role reversal in that point right there. There was Dodin who was cautious, and it was Burel who was putting a little bit of pace on the ground strokes.
And that pace has rewarded her with a breakpoint opportunity to get back into this set. Well, this match is still very much alive. Burel breaking back. Serving at 4-5 second set, first set, Dodin.
It's amazing, isn't it, when you think about it. Like, Dodin has been clearly the better player in this match, and right when it comes just to the precipice and you have to just get over the line and you start thinking about it. I mean, look at the body language here. She's still leading. She's a set in 5-4, but you can just see she was thinking of the end result. She was thinking of getting to the next round. All I have to do is hold serve. She had 30-15. She made 2 bad errors. And then all of a sudden you lose your serve.
And, you know, sports people often talk about it's the process that you've got to focus on, not the outcome.
Yeah, that's a hard thing to do, isn't it?
Well, there's a 4th round of a major championship waiting. One of them is going to go through from France. Who is it going to be? Well, it certainly seems like it's Oceane Dodin's day, but she's just been broken back by Burel. So we're back on serve in the second set. And all of a sudden, Burel seems to sneak up on her. She's certainly more powerful, Dodin, dictating the point, but this player is crafty and has some staying power.
Love 15.
Oh.
Oh, now she's getting a bit anxious, isn't she, Dodin? Just overhitting the forehand. It was mid-court, didn't have much pace on it.
Impatience is creeping in, trying to get the job done. A couple of moon balls coming off the serve practically of Burel. Taking her time, pressure here. After just an hour, we are coming up to match point. And an opportunity now for Dodin to close the door on her countrywoman, Clara Burel, and find a place in the 4th round. Could she not handle the pace at 102 kilometers an hour, Liz?
Well, it's hard, isn't it? It's hard to get over the line, and it's hard generating pace off a ball that's coming so slowly to you, but just pushed it, got tight. Didn't get the racket head through the ball. One more chance, though.
Oh.
And it's a chance off her second serve. finishes it in straight sets, burying Burel 6-2, 6-4. And the first time they meet down under or in any major, and it's Dodin who has got the better of her. Warm applause from the crowd here on court 3. An aggressive player who took her chances and got across the line, but Burel did push her with her cunningness, her sneakiness, and did try and fight back her way back into that second set.
Yeah, well, really the only way she was going to get back into this match was if this lady on screen made an unforced error, because she didn't have the required equipment. But look, second serve points won Burel, just 41%, 27 winners from Dodin. First serve percentage wasn't great toward the end of the match, Dodin, but just 68% of the points won on that weapon.